Okay, guys, welcome to today's section of our broadcast. Today's topic is going to be mind blowing justice for artisans and how artisans have really affected contractors and engineers. And today we have our one and only Big Nash. Person is Vice President of South South Painters Guild of Nigeria. He's also a contractor, a project manager. When I say project manager, it's not just because you can handle projects. That's say I'm a project manager. This guy is a certified project manager. He's a mentor. He's a coach. You know, someone that I've actually. There was a time that I was short of jobs. You know, I was short of contracts. You just say, guy, you can send you my work, make the post now. Don't just ignore yourself. You know, from there I really look up to him, and he's not a small person for the industry. He's a big name, and I call him Big Nash. Welcome, Big Nash, at the studio. Yes, welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Peter, for having me.
Yeah, so he came all the way from Delta State. He came to talk about. I know today's topic is the importance of artisan in every project. You know, there's nothing you want to do in a project that you can't talk about artisans. So today, we want to ask you some few questions. First of all, tell us about yourself. How have you been in the industry? How has the industry been so far, from artisan to contractor, from contractor to, you know, project manager, from project manager to interior designer? So tell us more. How has the journey been?
Okay. Like most persons or most people know, I started as a painter. And my journey is that of a grass to grey story, because I started painting. The first time I had my hand on the brush was 2013. Yeah, 2013, and that was after, I think, a year after I finished with my secondary school. So, but then I was doing this whole Johnny Martin. I was doing this brush dressing and all that from 2013. Then 2014, 15, I graduated to one room painting and all that. But when I gained admission in 2016 into Delta State University, I left painting. The reason is because back then, the painters I see, they are not really motivating. Like I can't see my future in them, because they are painters that they have work this week and next week they are broke and stuff like that. So it's not really encouraging. So I just said, let me just go on Facebook, if at all, want to go the office lifestyle. So during COVID came, and that is when I saw Artisans for decorative painting online. I saw Big Sam. Yeah. Then I started with 200 naira daily pay. Yeah, I need to say that. I started with 200 naira daily pay and graduated to 500 to 1,152K. So when I saw Big Sam online 2020, I've graduated to 2,000 naira per day. That is for Usabi 2K per day. So then the fee for normal 1 week training, every September training, was 60,000 naira. I cannot forget that. So 60,000 naira. Then transportation from Delta to Lagos, everything I need about 100,000 naira. But then my daily pay is 2,000 naira. I mean, I have to work for 50 days without touching a dime to gather that money. So it was really a whole lot. So I also I called even call some of my clients. I share my half. See you. Find me something. That's how I ended up gathering the money, and I came to Artisans school. So when I got to the school, I met other painters. Then my perspective about painting changed. Because I saw men living the life. Big Sam gets silly cars. He likes, I saw men with substance and all that. So going back home from that training, then, because funny enough, during that training, they not get what they teach me enter my head. Because I was meeting so many things for the first time. I was meeting stucco for the first time. Yeah. I was hearing metallic for the first time. I was hearing velvet for the first time. So my head won't blow. My eye first blow.
Maybe I first blow.
I swear. So but what I did, I just let me just gather contact. Okay, bad as bad, if I get the work, I will call this my shame. Because when I left, my mindset about painting changed. So that was when I did my CC registration. I was just trying to okay, all these terms, scheming, priming, everything. I started putting them into context. So gradually. After that stuff, I got my first big project. I won't lie. My first major project, that's a bungalow. Painted the in, painted the art, painted the fence. That's the first time. I think after the job, I made about 200K or more, bro. More
big money there.
I must be Jiwago. So after that, then the motivation. Then I decided to Then I was still in school. I was in final year. So I graduated 2020 December. I went for that training in September. So January, I was planning to go for NYC then. At some point, I'm just trying to fast track the whole story. At some point, I decided to go to Artisan school for a 6 months training. And during my stay in Artisan school, I was still going back to Belsu, definitely I've been creating awareness, posting on my social media handles, doing paid ads and all that. So the job was coming, trying to put in effort and all that. Then I think I bought my first car in 2021. I bought Sienna in 2021. And
So painting was what led to all this. So I would say that knowledge plus exposure and determination, because you mentioned you started more of social media, the artisan school, which is knowledge. Then so your mindset changed from all these usually painters.
Yes, very correct.
Okay.
Yeah, very correct. So after that, it was just a constant effort for improvement, constant effort for growth. Like you said, knowledge is power, but the knowledge applied is the real power. The knowledge applied is the real power. So going to artisan school, especially learning how to write quotes, how to present quotation, how to even quote.
Come again, that word. Knowledge is power, but the knowledge
applied is the real power. You understand? So not just saying I sabi this, I sabi this. You don't use them. Get. So that's just it. And the quest for more knowledge. The quest for more knowledge. Between 2021, I attended Artisans school 2021. Between 2021 and now, I think I've gotten over 15 different certificates. It's all about determination and the willingness to grow. Started as a journeyman, to a subcontractor, then a contractor, and a general contractor.
My next question here. You have grown over time, and you have a lot of artisans working for you.
Okay.
You have a lot, both from interior and all those. What can you say that is lacking in artisans in this period? Because most of them are saying justice for us as artisans. They are not paying us well. We are just working every day. Contractors are not paying us. What's the difference? What are they doing differently that they are not getting?
Actually, if you listen closely to the complaints, those artisans complaining are the ones that are really not serious. Back then when I was a journeyman, I think I was treated with my boss. Though I have some bad guys who will take you to site after the payment, make the pay us to read us call. You understand? But aside that, when you talk about someone being serious, you have to talk about their determination, their commitments, hard work, and being trustworthy. So as an artisan, I think the problem most of us have is we don't want to take responsibility. Yeah, we don't want to take responsibility. Sometimes you see some artisans, like you go to a site and they are just the basics, and you see them giving you ethic on the basics. Like, okay, let me use painters for example. You're a painter, I'm a painter. Going to a site and you see your painter painting without properly doing space preparation, covering the floor, taping the socket. Those are just the basics.
Do you cut their money? Do you deduct their money when they are not properly doing the job?
Yeah,
because they are shouting justice for us.
It actually depends on the damages. Actually, I'm very, very strict. I've suspended my boys on different occasions. Yeah, if you just do anything, if I talk, go. Not just come work, you just go out. You understand? Sometimes when maybe I come now, this place now, you paint and sandpaper, and you know you're supposed to sandpaper, and your money will buy that paint. Like you understand? But then in terms of payment, actually, should that be another question, or I should talk about it?
You talk about it because they are complaining that their pay is low. Their pay is low, and the engineers are using them. Engineers are collecting big money, and they are not paying them.
But do you know there is actually a flat rate for painting?
Yes.
Yeah, we have a standard rate. We have an industry. There's also an industry rate. So now the complaint. So
are they aware?
Wait, the complaint I want to ask is the pay below the industry rate, or they just felt the contractors are getting too much, so they are supposed to be rewarded accordingly to what the contractor is getting, not according to their work, but according to what the contractor is getting. Is that the complaint?
So the complaint now is that most of them, I don't think they know about industry rates.
Okay.
So that's why this platform is here now. So there's industry rates.
Yes, of course.
So should we communicate the industry rates to them before taking up the project?
Definitely.
Or okay, some of them they are not aware of the industry rates now. They work and they feel that okay, engineer they drive car come.
Okay.
Now we dey here. No, one have actually told me that we dey work, you dey house. Now we dey do the work, you dey house.
You
You know
want
they
to
pick
make
now
up.
to make up. But I don't see the work
Okay.
you have done before the.
Okay, the truth of the
So you are
matter is,
enlightening us about
yeah, the truth of the matter is, like I said, there's industry rates.
Yes.
And of a truth, the proper way to handle projects as a project manager, you talk about your work scope.
Yes.
You talk about payments. Not just even, you're talking about the payment, the agreed sum between you and your artisan, and also the mode of payment and means of payment and even time of payment. Those factors should be in place. Both parties should be on the same page before commencing on the project. So when you get that done, there won't be an issue. Like me, if I have as big as the industry, as big as the decorative industry, I'm a painter, I'm a certified decorative painter.
Yes.
If I call you for a decorative job, even when I have the square meter, of course I have a square meter I use in getting the job from the client. The first thing I will ask you to do when you get to the site is to take your measurements. Let me have your own square meter. No institution will be after you finish. You can tell me, say, I'll tell you say my square meter is 40, you tell me say you're on 55, then we'll call it fight. Then it could be as you say, Nash use me. No. Let me get your square meter. When your square meter is different from mine, I'll tell you, say, so wait till I just before you start the work, we'll sort some out. Either we meet, okay, you're on 50, me get 45. Either we meet on 46 or 48. We'll be on the same page. And of course, the pay per square meter will be decided. How far? Now, so amount I won't pay for this Savannah job. Definitely, there's an industry rate.
Yes.
Because of this, because of social awareness, I won't mention the price because apart from, it's not like we're hiding it, but then this video can be referenced to years to come. You understand? So we know the price. You know the price. So if someone is asking for more, it might be based on some other factors like distance, height, and some other factors. So, but then it's not bad to ask for more. Actually, it's not bad for an artisan to demand for more. It just depends on how much is involved in the project and what the client is even willing to pay and what the contractor is willing to pay. The truth of the matter, you as an artisan, if the price of a job is not okay by you, you just simply decline. You understand? Our boss will not fit do this job because of this and this and this. If I pay transport for money, end of finish, I go buy food. Even some the site might not be conducive for them to stay. I go steal from this money, find where I go steal. So those are the factors. If the contractor is willing, you can say, okay, no wahala, you see your transport, I go sort of the transport. Okay, you go stay my house for food, once more, all those kind of things. So there must be an agreement. You understand? Both the artisan and the contractor must be on the same.
Now I want to ask a question. We have fight for justice for artisans. Now we want to fight for also justice for contractors. So Mr. Nash, where there are some artisans that their pork knows a lot, maybe through bit of familiarity, and they just want to be like, okay, a client will come and they just want to have a conversation with the client, your artisan that is working for you. So how do you deal with such artisans?
Okay,
as a contractor?
yeah, that's one of the problems we have in this industry. Some of them just felt like this position you attain that position overnight, and by all means or any little chance they have, they just want to see how they can override you. Yeah, you get.
Like
so the truth of the matter is, you don't grow by stealing. You don't grow by betraying. You can do research. Nobody, like anybody, when don't make camp, when don't climb to certain ladder, they don't climb that ladder because they betray their organ. You understand? They don't climb that ladder, say they thief person clients. Your clients are your clients. You understand? And you as a contractor,
even if you thief and come,
you as a contractor, there should be boundaries. There should be boundaries. Like me, for all of my projects, every of my projects, both painting, both interior, both building, for all of my projects, if my client will be around, if my client is active on the site, because most of the time my clients might not be around, they might not be in the country, maybe their brother or something like that. That one is a different case. But if my client will be around, for all of my projects, there's a project manager. There's a supervisor. Yeah, there's a supervisor. That's the word. So I personally take the supervisor to the client or whosoever that we are reporting to on that project and tell the person, this is the person you are talking to. This is the person. If you have any complaint, if you cannot reach me, talk to this person. Even if you want to reach me, you can still as well let this person know so that if it's something they can sort within themselves before coming to me. You understand? So with that, you have created boundary. So your client is not expected to just go and look for anybody and talk to. So when your client is inside, he's looking for that supervisor. And the supervisor should be someone you trust. No matter, they don't trust person finish,
Yeah.
but at least someone you trust, someone you know is of good character. The supervisor might not be that competent in the job, but there are other characters that might qualify him to be a supervisor. Honesty, being trustworthy, being able to coordinate, being able to create decorum, being able to make sure everything is going well and all that. So those are some of the things you look at. So.
The last question I want to ask before we round up this section, there are some projects that you want to actually do. You want to make sure that you and the client are very close, and you know the importance of the client to you as a contractor. And the artisan you are working with, how do you make them understand that this particular project is very important to you? How do you now make them feel that, I've worked with some interior designers. I'm working for you. I'm your worker at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But you are making me feel that I'm not important in this project. But they don't understand how you should make me important in this project. As an artisan.
Okay.
So I want you to enlighten them that, okay, how do they make artisans?
How do you treat your
artisan? Very important.
Yeah. In project management.
Before you talk, because there are some, I went to work for one lady, and I said, where are we going to sleep? He said, it's not concern her. Anywhere we sleep is none of our business.
Okay.
So how do we balance?
Okay. In project management, you know what we call communication.
Yeah.
And communication is very, very important. Like the first question you said, how do you make your artisan understand that this project is very important?
Yes.
You communicate. You talk to them. And you don't just talk to people because you are the boss. You talk to them in a way they will understand.
Yes.
In a way they will feel belong. Like for all of my projects, I have supervisors. I think call you now as a supervisor. Say, how far? I don't choose design. I don't even send design to client. Me and client don't decide. I feel send you as my supervisor. How far? See this design. How you see them? You sure see this thing will go well for this place? What I'm doing? What do you think I'm doing? I'm not technically or realistically. I'm not really asking. My supervisor opinion don't really count. It's about my client and me. But then I'm giving him the privilege to feel belong.
Yeah.
I want him to feel involved in the whole process. Like it's not just a cornerstone, he's a major player. And that's how you should make your artisans feel. Whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not, your artisans are the engine to every project. Your artisans are the engine to every project. Because
artisans are your engine.
Because you have the vision.
Yeah.
You have the visual board, you have the motherboard, you have the blueprint of the project. Who will bring them to life? The artisans. And the way you communicate and treat your artisans determines the level they'll be able to deliver for you. I was talking to someone yesterday. He's a colleague, he's a senior colleague. He had a job in Onisha, and he asked me to send in my POP. And I told him, this guy, CCCO, but let him know, say, na so it be. Not to price him. That's one thing. No, like, in as much as you want to make profits, there are industry rates, and for no reason should we go below the industry rate. In fact, you should be aiming to go above the industry rate. You understand? Especially when money did the work, and even when money not did the work, you explain to the artisans. Like me or my boy, I think my boy go site, I'm not go even pay him if money not did, if not free work, because I know say when the money did, they know. You understand? I think they say, this client pay well, more deliver, all those kind of things. During the work, say, they go buy food. During the work, after work, they go on site, they go relax. By so doing, you're making them. You're not pushing them aside. They're your guys. You understand? If your artisans have not grown to the level whereby you can sit with them and eat with them and drink with them, then you are not treating them well. Because if they pay them better money, definitely, not because you meet them, but as time goes on, as you begin to work with them, as you begin to pay them good money, definitely their life will change. Their quality of life will change. And by that, you should be able to sit down with them, eat with them, drink with them, and even discuss with them. Not be say you go sit down, share your artisan go sit that ground. You're not sharp.
We'll bring this broadcast to an end, and thank you guys for listening. And obviously, treat your artisan well. You don't have to, being a leader, you don't have to impose it. Let them see the leadership in you, and they will follow. So thank you very much, and watch out, like and subscribe. Thank you.